Hello everyone, my name is Janet and today I will be speaking to you about genotype-environment correlation. I chose this topic because it's an important concept that sheds light on the complex relationship between our genes and our environment. Throughout the semester we have learned about the influence of genetics and our development, but it's equally important to understand how environment can also shape who we are. By understanding the different types of genotype-environment correlation, we can gain a better understanding of the nature versus nurture debate and how both factors contribute to our overall development. As you see on the left corner of my presentation, I added an image that states your genes plus your environment and lifestyle equals you. This basically summarizes the complexity of what makes us who we are. Our genes gives us a unique set of characteristics and traits, but it is our environment and lifestyle that shapes and influences how those genes are expressed. So what is genotype-environment correlation? So this refers to the tendency for certain genetic predisposition to be associated with particular environments. This basically means that our genetic makeup and the environment we are exposed to work together to influence our traits and behaviors. There are three types of genotype-environment correlation, as you see in my poster. There's passive, evocative, and active. So let's talk about the first one. So the first passive genotype-environment correlation occurs when parents provide both genes and an environment that is correlated with those genes. For example, a child with a genetic predisposition for music may be raised by parents who are also musically inclined and provide opportunities for the child to develop their skills. This passive correlation can lead to a reinforcement of the child's genetically influenced trait and behaviors. It is largely out of the individual's control and is often seen in early childhood. So you would see this most common as with parents who have this stereotype that you have to have your child be included in all these sports and learn how to play these instruments because they think that all that is going to give them a better future, just to kind of sum that up. Our second is the evocative genotype-environment correlation. This refers to an individual's traits evoking certain responses from the environment. For example, a child with a predisposition for shyness may be met with social anxiety from their peers, which reinforces their shyness. This type of correlation is a two-way street, as the environment also shapes the individual's behavior. Our third is the active genotype-environment correlation. So this occurs when individuals actively seek out environments that are compatible with their genetic makeup. For instance, a child with a genetic predisposition for intelligence may seek out challenging academic environments that allow them to excel. This type of correlation is a conscious choice made by the individual and it's a result of their genetic influencing their preference and interest. We also have to remember that these type of correlations can have both positive and negative effects on our development. For instance, a child with a predisposition for anxiety may experience a passive and evocative correlation if their parents are anxious and the child receives a lot of negative reinforcement for their anxious behavior. On the other hand, active genotype-environment correlation can have a positive effect, as individuals can actively seek out environments that are suitable for their talents and interests. Just like I mentioned, a child with a genetic predisposition for music may actively seek out music lessons and opportunities to cultivate their talents. It's also important to note that genotype-environment correlation does not mean that our genes determine our outcomes completely. Our genes can make us more susceptible to certain environments, but it's not a guarantee that those outcomes will occur. Additionally, environmental factors such as nutrition, stress, and and social support can also impact our genetic expression. This basically means that even if we are genetically predisposed to certain outcomes, our environment can still play a role in shaping our outcome. Ultimately, it is important to consider both genetic and environmental factors when looking at the developmental and expression of the traits and behaviors. So as you see in my last image, there's an image of a person with all these wires sticking out, and each wire has a different type of emoji. There's a tree, there's exercise, there's studying, health. So everything that we are surrounded, plus our genetics, makes us who we are as an individual. So to wrap this up, genotype-environment correlation is a key concept that helps us understand the interplay between our genes and environment in shaping our development. By recognizing the impact of both elements, we can gain a deeper understanding of the complexities of a human behavior and traits. As genetic researchers and technologies continue to advance, the understanding of genotype-environment correlation will be essential in unlocking the potential for personalizing treatments and interventions. This topic is continuously evolving and has the potential to significantly enhance our understanding of the human development and behavior in the future. I would like to thank you all for your attention, and I hope this presentation has provided a valuable insight. I really enjoyed learning about this. Take care.